Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome...
All right, Vitality. It's 10 days into the quarantine, and I think it's time to kind of give a little update, maybe a purge of what is on my brain. It's definitely a unique time. In 11 years I've been doing this, this is something that I never thought we would be going through, but I'm also somebody that I'm not saying I'm enjoying this by any stretch, but this has been a challenge that as an entrepreneur, it's a unique time to really be able to develop your ability to find out how flexible and adaptable we really are as business owners, as a business and a staff. So I thought it'd be interesting to go through a couple of my thoughts and we can kind of piece together. I'm gonna try to stay on task here, but I've got a couple things jotted down on some notes. So if you see me looking around, I'm not answering texts or being distracted. I just wanna make sure I hit the points that I wanna talk about. I think one of the reasons that I gravitated towards CrossFit is because of this community atmosphere. I think that we're unique in so many different ways. I spend a lot of time with business owners from a variety of different fields, and we are very unique. The way that our business operates is so different and so unique because of the community aspect. It's hard for people outside of this to understand what happens inside these four walls until they come in here. And we've all had that experience. We've all had the experience of kind of being skeptical when we first set foot in here, and you're kind of like, man, why are people so excited about coming to CrossFit Vitality? And the truth is, you just don't know until you know. You don't know what you don't know until you get in here. And that's where I think I'm fortunate that I'm a part of this business when this crisis happens, because of this community aspect that we have here at Vitality. And I think that's what we've done for 11 years. We've come together over the years and we've supported everybody that comes through these doors. We are now part of that support structure that they have. And I hope that continues for the foreseeable future. And this 30-day hiccup or 40-day, whatever it's going to be, this hiccup isn't going to change that. It's going to make us all take a good look at ourselves and our situation, but we're going to have an outlet when this is over to come together and be part of this community again. And we just have to keep that in mind and keep a positive mindset and not get trapped in this fear loop that continues to kind of circulate around with mainstream media and social media and those outlets. I think that I've seen a lot of chatter on social media about membership dues and what's going to happen in April. And I just wanted to kind of lay this out, that I think that I feel very confident in the platform and the solutions that we've provided for our members, and I'm hoping that there's a value to that. I think that the at-home program, we've put a ton of time into. We've got a solid push-up cycle that if all you guys stick with it, I guarantee you come Murph, you are going to surprise yourselves. And I also think that there's a mobility and a live piece that will keep that interaction that we all want to be a part of, or we wouldn't be at Vitality. That's why we come here, is for the interaction. That's why my coaches love being here, is because we want to be around people like you guys. So I say all that to say that, when it comes to April 1st, I am not looking for sympathy. I think that's where there's some people out there that are saying, okay, well, please help me and pay your dues. I'm looking for support. I'm looking for you guys to say, you know what? I am still getting the value that I feel warrants my membership to continue. And I hope that in 30 days, this will be behind us. But for 30 days, we ask that you support us. And I totally understand that there are unique situations and that everybody has a unique situation. And if that means that you're unable to continue your membership here with us, we will absolutely understand. But again, there's a difference between sympathy and support, and I think that is something that I feel really strongly about. I can tell you that the staff has worked harder over the last 10 days with the gym being closed than we have when the gym was open. We have done an amazing job of getting back to every question that's been emailed or asked. I know Laura gets about 90 emails a day minimum, and she won't go to bed at night until those are all answered. I know that my coaches are texting people. We're getting texts from people. For every one or two people that are unable to maintain their membership, 15 to 20 will reach out and tell us that, hey, they're going to support us through this time. So it's awesome to see that support, and I know that our coaches appreciate that. And that's part of this is the gym is still, the lights are still got to stay on, the utilities have to get paid. My coaches are going to get paid and compensated throughout this, whether it lasts 30 days or 60 days. I'm not sending these guys home on their own. This is all, they're all going business as usual. And our goal is to open this thing back up whenever this is over and provide the exact same experience that you guys felt 10 days ago when you were coming here. So that's our goal. In the meantime, we want to deliver the best quality that we can on a virtual platform, and we hope that what you're getting, we hope that you're happy with it, because like I said, Philip doesn't leave here until about 7:30 at night every night as he's uploading videos, editing up everything, making me look a lot smarter than I am because of the 15 different takes it took to shoot a mobility workout or whatever. Those things all take a ton of manpower, and my staff has been doing that on a daily basis, and we're going to continue to do it. It's not going to get any easier. The other thought that comes to mind is how different things are. I get asked by a lot of people, what have I noticed the biggest changes over the time since we opened in 2009 to now in 2020? And hands down, it's the technology piece. It's the social media piece. And there will be a lot of people that argue how great that is. I will be the guy that talks about, I think there's a lot of negativity that comes along with being so dependent on social media because of a couple reasons. One, I think instead of building up leaders now, we live in a society that really emphasizes being a good follower, kind of swimming with the current. We're not rewarded by being an independent thinker, because what happens is when we have an opinion that is not like everybody else on social media, you open yourself up and you expose yourself to criticism and this mob mentality that you see a lot of on social media. And when I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps, I think the thing that sticks out the most is we were problem solvers. We were taught to make the best of bad decisions. And it's really easy to run a business or run anything when things are going your way. It's very simple. Anybody can do it. But where we get tested is when adversity comes, and when there isn't a clear, well, that's obviously the decision that makes the most sense. When we're in adverse times, there's no good decisions. There's 4 bad decisions, and you pick the best of those bad decisions. And I look at some of the leaders that I got to work with in the Marine Corps and how good they were at doing that, and how good they were at making the best of these bad situations. And personally, this is what kind of hit this video off and made me want to sit down and talk is it was almost embarrassing. I'm embarrassed at some of the decisions and the thought processes that I'm going through because I find myself more concerned about what the public perception, not my members, but what that outside public perception is going to be by some of the decisions that I make. And it's frustrating that it's gotten to that point. And I think that we need to be very careful about how we interact on social media because we're going to fall into that same trap. And I think that's part of the reason why we've gotten to the point that we're at here now with this crisis is because everybody takes to social media and we start to provide feedback on things that we just don't have the intelligence or the background to do. And we end up stirring up a lot more anxiety and a lot more fear. And that's where bad things are going to happen. All right, guys, I hope that answers some of the questions. I know I probably went a little bit longer, so luckily we've all got some extra time on our hands to sit around and listen to me run my mouth. But that's just kind of where my head's at. I hope everyone's safe and healthy. As always, if you've got questions, reach out to Laura, reach out to me directly. It doesn't matter. Email us your questions so we can get them answered. If you've got recommendations, send them our way. But again, I appreciate your support. I hope everybody's doing well, and I'll see you guys very soon.